On July 16, 1945, the United States tested the first atomic bomb, called Trinity. Over the next 5 decades, the country tested more than 200 bombs in the atmosphere. The explosions, called shots, were recorded by dozens of high-speed cameras on film for analysis of the bomb's destructive power. Now, there's a race on to preserve and digitize those films. Thousands of them.
So some of the cans that we opened up, especially the Trinity films, are quite old. Those that actually turned to dust and had to be destroyed.
Nuclear physicist Greg Spriggs is leading the effort at Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory. He's working with film specialist Jim Moy to scan and analyze those original test films. The U.S. stopped testing nuclear bombs in 1992, and these films are now some of the best data scientists have to work with.
So this particular film was running about 1,500 frames a second. So we not only captured the shock wave, the reflected shock wave, we're also able to get the yield off of it, and now we're also watching how the mushroom cloud forms.
Spriggs saw his first atomic bomb in 1962.
When I was a kid, my dad was in the military. He was in the Navy, and he was stationed on Midway Island out in the middle of the Pacific, and they were doing some high altitude testing over Johnson Island.
Starfish detonated at its planned strength and height.
The shot was detonated about 10 p.m. It was pitch black outside. When it went off, the sky, it looked like it was noon, and it took about 15 minutes for the sky to go through all these different colors and end up coming back to being pitch black again. Had I known I was going to be a nuclear engineer later on, or a nuclear physicist, I would have paid more attention, but to me it was just a bright flash.
In those days, figuring out the power of a bomb was done by measuring the size of the mushroom cloud, shock waves, or recorded light intensity of an explosion in a bomb film, and it was done by hand.
It would have taken an army of workers a month to just get the light pulse off of one film.
And as Spriggs has discovered, that data was often scattered, and calculations off by as much as 20%.
We were trying to figure out if there was actually some piece of physics that we were missing. The only way to resolve this was to get a hold of the original films and start to reanalyze them to find out whether the data was valid and we were actually missing a piece of physics, or the physics was okay and the data was not that good.
Now they have a Swedish film scanner and sophisticated computer models mowing through miles of film to get a better sense of the power, fallout, and potential destruction of a nuclear bomb.
We're very hopeful that we're going to learn some new things here that they just did not have the technology to do back in the 50s and the 60s.